We are off to the second game of this tournament. I am playing against some Dark Angels, playing against Zach. Played him against him a couple times. Very durable Dark Angels list. And I'm playing again my Necrons. Again, more durability, trying to get just like who can out-survive on the table. Do you know what mission this is?
We have to figure out Alpha Omega.
Alpha Omega, so we're going to have to do that. Supply drop with smoke and mirrors. I deployed first, so I put my flayed ones out in the middle. So smoke and mirrors, they can get picked up after the fact. And I'm going first. Zach, what are you bringing today?
I've got a Impulsor carrying some Inner Circle companions with a Judiciar, a squad of Deathwing Knights with swords led by a Chaplain, a squad of Jump Pack Intercessors, a couple of Ballistus Dreadnoughts, Azrael with some Assault Intercessors. We've got two Scout squads. We've got the Lion, a Lieutenant with a combi weapon, and then in reserves I have a squad of Deathwing Knights with maces.
Oh, yeah. On my side, I put my flayed ones out into the middle, and just put a big brick of Wraiths, Scorptech Lord, Scorptech Destroyers, my Command Barge, Reanimator, Imhotech, Doomsday Ark. My warriors spread across the entire map. There's Illuminor Xeris out here, and then Ophidians, another Reanimator, and my other DDA. Everything's on the table for me, and I went first, so I'll see you after my turn one. So we just finished Necrons turn one. Flayed one, stayed on the board. They moved up. Wraiths moved up. My Scorptech Lord failed his advance, so he didn't get up into a zone. Everything else just kind of stayed still. Scorpax staged. My warriors advanced to 6, so they got up onto this zone. Illuminor Xeris moved up to stay within there. My DDAs just stayed out of shooting ranges, but then are setting up for the next turn. My flayed ones made a 6-inch charge and wiped out a unit of scouts. I do horrible secondaries. I had Assassinate, Mark for Death, Call the Horde, and a bunch of other stuff, which I spent CP
It's okay, mine aren't any better.
to get through that, and so I got 0 for secondaries, and we're off to Dark Angels turn 1. Just finished Dark Angels turn 1. The Assault Intercessors flew up and cleansed on this zone. The Impulsor moved up. The Lion advanced across the way, gave himself assault to shoot at some flayed ones because the Ballistus Dreadnought only killed 2 flayed ones with the rockets and las guns. Then the Lion himself did nothing to the flayed ones. Homies over here went up against the wall. Back here, still kind of staging and blocking me out. And then Scouts moved up onto this objective, had to advance to flip it. So Dark Angels score 2 points for cleanse, and then we are off to Necrons turn 2. So we just finished Necrons turn 2. Flayed ones didn't do anything, they just resurrected their 2 models. Wraiths moved up to steal the middle. Scorpex came up to put some pressure onto this objective. DDA spent 1 CP to advance, to get assault, so he moved up to shoot at the intercessors. Scorpech Lord stayed where he was. Illuminor Xeris moved up. DDA in this corner also moved to shoot at the scouts that were on this objective. We wiped out those guys on this objective. The DDA over here shot the assault intercessors. So I got my kill 2 things for overwhelming force, and then my flayed ones in that corner get me my mini engage in all fronts. And I only held 1 primary at the starting of my turn, so we're off to Dark Angels turn 2. We just finished Dark Angels turn 2. Both of the knights ran up to the middle. They both advanced up to charge the Wraiths. The Lion walked over to potentially do sabotage in this area. All the shooting into the flayed ones did nothing, so the Lion had to not do sabotage and go punch some flayed ones in the face. This guy moved up. The Dread Knight killed 2 of my Scorpex, and then only killed 1 Scorpec, wounding another Scorpec. The thing came in to do, the Redemptor came in, or the Repulsor came in to do tank shocks. My DDA overwatched doing 4 damage, and then I did wounds in combat, so I think this thing has 4 wounds left. There was a bunch of bullshit into here. I lost 3 wraiths, and then resurrected 2 wraiths with reanimation protocol, and then res orbed. What was it? 7 wounds? No, 8 wounds.
Brought back 13 wounds or wraiths.
Yes. So we get to stay in the middle, and then we are about to do my turn 3. Just finished Necrons Turn 2. Turn 2? Turn 3. Race stayed into combat. Scorpec Lord moved up. My DDA blasted the shit out of the transport. My Scorpecs fell back. They were battle shocked. And I lost 1 from the fallback. So on my turn, I only scored the 2 objectives. My secondaries were containment and no prisoners. These Ophidians dropped down and did no prisoners on this side. These warriors are still just chilling there. In here, my DDA shot at some knights, so I just killed 2, wounded some. There's only 3 knights left in this unit as well. Killed 1 unit, scored 3 for contain, and we're off to Dark Angels turn 3. Just finished Dark Angels turn 3. The Lion advanced up. These guys advanced up. The Assault Intercessors. These guys fell back and charged. No one died in the Desperate Escape. Over on this side, these guys ran across and then charged into my Ophidians. I spent 1 CP for Illuminor to Heroic into that combat. He killed my Ophidians. I killed 1 knight. And then over here, the Lion killed my Scorpec Lord, and I lost 1 wraith, and I brought a wraith back. I think I lost 2 wraiths, and a wraith and a crypto thrall, and I brought a wraith and a crypto thrall back.
And 7 wounds back.
And then we are off to I almost said vampire counts. Necrons turn 4. All right, just finished Necrons turn 4. Wraiths fell back. Scorpex passed a battle shock, resurrected, walked up to the zone. DDA did some wounds, but then failed to wound, and then only did like 2 wounds to these guys with flare array. These guys, my warriors fell back and shot these Terminators off the zone. Illuminor fell back. Reanimator ended up finishing off the unit. I only scored 1 for primary objective. I couldn't do enough to these guys over here to bring their OC down. I also forced him to do the reactive move to move back. So I only scored nothing. These guys are doing recover assets, as long as same thing with Stormlord, and we'll find out what's happened on turn 5. All right, just finished Dark Angels turn 4. His whole army basically charged into my wraiths. He just killed the wraiths, and my Technomancer's alive on 1 wound because 3 chain swords.
And I do have Assassinate.
and so that just knocks off Assassinate. The Ballista shot down and blew up my Scorpex that were doing recover, so I don't get my recover. But at the same time, I stopped Assassinate, and Zach only gets 2 points and engage on all fronts, and so we are going off onto turn 5. So we had to do a quick turn 5 for both of us, just due to time. My turn was just warriors got picked up with the Veiled Darkness, dropped behind this wall, made a 9-inch charge into the Lion, which then got guys onto the zone. DDA blasted some warriors in Azrael, and also blew up his what were they called? Inner Circle Command. We blew up those guys, and then it just turned into a fucking Hail Mary from Dark Angels to try and take 33 OC off of this zone. Tried real well, killed Orkin for Assassinate, got mini area denial in the middle, and then it ended up being
I did kill 15 warriors. You had 6 come back.
You did. I had more than 6 come back.
Well, that phase.
So that's a minor victory to Necrons. So thank you for watching.